I am a big fan of the Banban games, but I'm also critical of them, because I want to see them improve, so I thought it would be interesting if I look at another person who criticizes these games. I barely watch this guy, but he's really popular. You might know him, his name's Markiplier. You also might know it because he had a massive crash out with Markipliers on Chapter 5. So I'm wondering if he's gonna have any of that for this, because this is a video where he reviews all games of Banban. They're not called chapters, they never have been. Previously.
Oh, that wouldn't be so significant if it wasn't trying to take itself so seriously, which it is. It's trying to take itself very seriously.
Okay.
And I appreciate that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that is putting it in a constraint where the elements have to also take each other seriously, you know, and work with each other. And so you have to look at it from that scope, as opposed to something like Garten of Banban, which is ridiculous from the get-go. It is absolutely absurd.
Yes, it is.
There's a story there, and the universe, and there's something to take seriously there, but most of the time, even in the game itself, it makes fun of itself. And that's fine.
Completely agree, and I do know that when it tries to take itself seriously, it does take itself seriously, but it's also willing to take itself jokingly. I think with Garten of Banban VIII is a really good example of it splitting in between scary, serious, and joking, because you can tell what moments are supposed to be very important narrative, what parts are supposed to be silly, fun times, and what parts are like, ooh, scary. That's really what 8 is. So let's go check out and review all of them. Or see what he reviews.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's Josh.
Oh, good. That was great. I thought that was great. That was fantastic. The Garten of Banban. Of Banban. The Garten of Banban.
Wait, what?
Really good. Really good stuff. Really high quality stuff. I like that a lot. I like that so much. I can't wait for Garten of... too loud. Get out of here. I can't wait for Garten of Banban II.
What? What the... Huh? Okay, maybe we'll actually get feedback?
I knew you'd snitch. I sure did snitch.
That is a funny joke.
So, I gotta say, there were some fun moments. It's like Garten of Banban I. There were some fun moments, but I feel like this one was mixed in with a little more tedium than even the last one. I liked what they were going for with the quizzing. I get that, but it was such a pain in the ass to restart that it became, I don't know, it felt like things were there just to be there. Like the cannon puzzle didn't make any sense thematically. I know the cannon was used before, but it's like, why am I on a beach? There's not even pirates here. And it also...
I can definitely see with, like, the tedious part. Garten of Banban II is definitely tedious. That's something I criticize in my own ranking of games. But I also don't agree with the idea of the cannon game not making sense. It's a room dedicated to it in a secret lab. Spoilers for whenever I do my environments. I wish the main hallway had a bunch of decorations that labeled each room, so we could see what their purpose is, because that was presumably a room dedicated to Singer Flynn, and the cannon game was some testing interactive. And I do understand, like, the tedium of dying and then restarting, especially because you have no idea, because it is a trial and error experience. I can definitely understand why that might be disliked.
Times just felt like things were there for the sake of being there. There were many times when I feel like with some polish, this could be something very special.
Yes.
But I'm not going to fault it too much, because clearly a small team trying to make something. I don't fault anyone for that.
Yeah, definitely. With polish, and that is something that they are getting to. You look at Garten of Banban II, you look at Garten of Banban VII and 8 and 0, there's a big leap in quality, and they are hiring people and things are improving. One thing to remember is, the original Garten of Banban was their second ever 3D game, so they are also very inexperienced with 3D game design.
I like that.
Yeah!
That a lot. I was really confused for the vast majority of it, but I really
it's a good confusion.
That. It had moments that made me laugh.
Absolutely.
It had some decent jump scares that I felt were, well, it had some undecent jump scares, and it has some creative bits there.
Yeah.
I liked that. I liked that a lot. That was such a vast improvement from this to the second one. And the first
definitely.
I think this is the best of the bunch so far. I think that they're getting better. Sometimes...
Absolutely. And I said this with my own review, so I won't call myself too much, but really them leaning away from the horror and leaning more towards the super silly, non-serious in Garten of Banban III allowed it to thrive and allowed them to get crazier with it. That is really why we have the Banban we have today. It's because of this game and them leaning away from the horror. And people laughing. I love when I watch people play. I love seeing their reaction to the car dream sequence. Because it's so out of left field.
It was still a bit slow, and obviously it's still rudimentary, but I can forgive that. I've always been able to forgive that about these types of games, because they're just made by a very small team of just either a couple people, you know, just like not that many people. You just got Geppo and Ferris. Just, that's it. I think it's well done. Really cool stuff.
And there you have it. Apparently. And I just have to point out, like, some things in this game are incredibly fun and really make me laugh, and I think it's intentional. It's not just I'm laughing at stupidity here. There's things that I think the developer knows are funny. And
yeah,
I
definitely.
Like it. Each one of these is getting better than the last in terms of like crafting it, right? There's still a little rudimentary. But also there's just such a fantastic, fascinating inattention to detail. That's how I have to explain it. There's such an inattention to detail, and nothing explains it more than this screen right here.
Oh!
Because we just played Garten of Banban IV.
4, and they're promoting Garten of Banban
This
6.
is Garten of Banban 6.
We still have no idea what the 5's gonna be.
God, it's so clear in all of this. Like this, there is both so much effort put into it, and also so little.
Yeah,
it's great.
I can definitely see that. Both like a lot of effort. I think with like the Banban Chronicles, you can see there's a lot of effort into crafting and designing the basis for the game and the story and where they're going. They spend a lot of time crafting out the plan and the ideas. But then they're kind of slow with the gameplay design. So that is definitely a big issue, but they have been improving and they're trying to improve. And also the 6 is completely intentional, we still don't know why.
It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Unironically, I'll defend Garten of Banban. I defend Banban.
Yeah!
I defend it!
Woo!
Defend it! I defend it! Man, that was fun.
Whoa! I forgot. Yeah, he did not play 6 when it released. Which is weird because of how he's liked them. It's weird seeing this uploaded so late. This is after... Yeah, this is after 7 released. Probably because he heard all the great things about 7 and came back to this.
And there you have it! Garten of Banban! Amazing. Incredible. Outstanding. Outlandish. Bold. Brash. Uncredible. Who is that guy? Doesn't matter.
Sir Dadu. Every time about Sir Dadu. Yeah, he's kind of out of left field.
Infallible. Doesn't even need patches. It's perfect from the get-go. Amazing.
Okay, he's being sarcastic.
For watching Garten of Banban 6. Get ready for Garten of Banban 7 coming at you very soon. And then 5, whenever it decides to mythically release.
Never. Never. It's never releasing.
You expecting some closing thoughts? No, I don't have any. You saw what I thought. I said what I thought, and I thought what I said. It had some fun puzzles. It had some good scares, oddly enough. And hey, it's getting better. Still a bit sluggish in terms of the progression, and some of the travel between areas is unnecessarily large, but that's okay.
Yeah, I would say, like, there's great puzzles, there's great ideas, and this is definitely, I would call it 6 when they start reintroducing the horror element. Once again, you can all get my opinion with the review video. Yeah, it's definitely like the slowest entry, which is why I ranked it pretty low. I wouldn't call it better than the previous ones, but that depends. Now for 7. Processing.
Yeah. And that's it!
Yep.
The thrilling conclusion! Alright, so... Wow. Really branching out, trying new things. I loved the cinematic ending there. Mwah. Master.
Oh, the absolute fight, yeah. When I first played the game, I thought they hired that animator they were asking for. They didn't hire till 8. So definitely, like, their base animation skill definitely improved to where the fight at the end is definitely great. I love it.
Peace. Incredible. Cannot wait for Garten of Banban VIII. It's gonna knock all of our collective socks way off. You'll never find them again.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been saying this after each one of these, but it's just like, it's got some charm.
Yeah, it does.
It's just got charm. It has a personality. It has a style. And every single time that there's a new version of it, they're trying something new.
Yeah.
And I just gotta respect that. I gotta respect it. You have to respect it. You have to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's probably a secret in here if you get the puzzle correct. If you actually recorded it or something on your phone, maybe. I'll never be able to go back for sure. But hey, wish list this game for the next one to come out.
Oh, are we talking about the puzzle in the Gervanium Bayou? Yeah. It's a secret. Not very important though.
Oh my god.
Almost a month afterwards.
Last ticket to the abyss? Oh my god. Oh man! What a work of art. What an incredible experience through and through. Every time I finish one of these, I just go, wow.
Yeah.
That was
something.
Banban. There's no other way you can
that was Garten of Banban. That is definitely
it. Other than that, it is Garten of Banban. Don't
definitely.
know if it is royalty free, but hey,
it is.
Never mind. It's great. I just gotta say, as much as I get frustrated for how the game goes and how the things intentionally slow down and do things too many times.
Definitely.
Can't help.
That is one of my criticisms. I don't even think I mentioned this in my criticism video because I was too busy complaining about the color room on the story. This has, since Garten of Banban VI, the worst pacing. Because, like, every puzzle or every minigame goes at least 1-2 times, if not 3 times longer than it should. And that is just annoying, and it's a slow pace. It was not fun to play those sections.
The walk away from every game that I've played appreciating how much it's improved. Okay, it's been a couple years. Like, I know you're married to the art style, but like, okay, it could improve a little more. But I mean, even so.
Yeah, and I actually have a plan for a scripted video about this that may or may not release because this is a video I'm saving in my back pocket if I need an emergency video. It'll be linked if it's out by now. Garten of Banban should stick to its art style, but it should find a way to add detail without it. I won't go too in depth because I have a whole video for that.
I love it for being a small team and facing all of the negativity that came with it and everything that everybody said. I love this art, by the way. This is great style. I think that if there was ever like a remaster of this game with this style, there could be something here. But what I'll say is this: I am so very about you guys doing your thing, the weirdness, the story. I don't have any qualms about the story. I don't have anything to say about the story. Nothing about that. Nothing.
Cool.
It's weird. I don't understand half of it. But I can tell there's something big trying to happen here, and clearly there's something to it, right? There's something that's funny. There's something here, right? But please, it's now game 7, which is actually game 6.
No, it's game 8.
It's time to start optimizing the game portion of it.
Yes.
Really, truly, honestly. And I, as much as I would like to say, oh, the jank of the games and the repetition of it is part of the style, I can appreciate that. I can. But I have to say, by now, at this point, it really needs to start to smooth out. Because you've got to the point where, like, the charm is here, and I love that you've got this artist here, this, like, concept artist working on different designs of this, and I think you could evolve this. I think you could then hire a modeler to remake all these models, and if the next one had a visual jump, even if it wasn't the same models, I know you're kind of married to that, but then, like...
I like the current models. That's something I completely agree with, and I think that would just be kind of shocking if there's just a complete design difference between the entries. But what I will say is that definitely make the new models have more detail, or if you need to, like, explain away why some designs might look slightly different, like damages. I think that is something that I'm good to, and they are hiring a professional model.
Evolve that a little bit iterate upon it, elevate it just a little bit. It doesn't have to do a lot, but elevate it a little bit more each time in terms of the style and then the gameplay. It's really legitimately going to be so well received. I promise you that people will appreciate that effort to go into elevating it a little more. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad right now because it clearly has a style. But given that it's
I did not notice this. 2-star games?
Game 6 of this series, it needs to start progressing. Not in terms of evolving like the rest of it. I'm not talking about like changing the entire formula or changing the story. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like the little things about how the puzzles are repetitious for no other reason than to pad time. They are. Let's be clearly frank about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of them were, 3 in a row, and then that last one was 4. It's just to pad the time. We all know this is true.
Yeah.
There are ways that you can optimize that game part of it to make it more fun and more integrated into it, and it doesn't have to be big sweeping changes. Little iterative changes would be great to innovate on the formula that you have. To elevate it. Also, here's a little attention to detail thing. Why did the music stop before the credits were done? I know the song was written to be the song, but then have the credits go a little faster or double stack them here so that the timing would line up.
Double stack them. That's what they did with the previous one.
Really, is a little more attention to detail. That's all I really want. And I can see you got a big cast for all this stuff. Actually, this is pretty impressive. So you're doing a lot.
They outsourced to a professional company
not saying you're not doing a lot.
Get these translations done.
But I will start expecting a bit more. After this one,
absolutely.
6 games, I'm going to start expecting a bit more out of this. Okay? All right. Cool. That's all I have to say. Okay. Thank you. I love the series. I really do. I love it.
Yeah.
And some things frustrate the hell out of me, but I really respect what's going on here. Unironically. There's been a lot.
Unironically, like it too. I love it.
A lot of people talking about it, but I want to say straight up, I unironically appreciate what you're doing, and I think it's really cool. I think a lot of people could take something from this, and hopefully be inspired to make their own things without being worried about everyone hating it.
Absolutely, especially with that last part. There are tons of fan games, and right now, as the time I'm recording this, I uploaded a video yesterday about a Banban fan game, and they are inspiring. The artist, he's been inspired. There's so much inspiration. And people say that Banban caused a lot of problems. I'd say no, it actually helped people, and it gave encouragement. Indigo Park, I wholeheartedly believe that that game would not exist without Garten of Banban, because that would not have inspired Uniqueys to make it. Same thing with all these fan games. And while they may be pretty much just copying it right now, they can definitely grow and evolve, and these teams can later learn how to make their own stuff. I'm absolutely blown away by this community and how much we're improving and how much we're learning. People have learned new skills. Earth Gerald, definitely, he would not be in the position he's in if it wasn't for Garten of Banban, and I think he said that himself. This series can be inspiring, and actually it is inspiring. For a small creator still trying to learn how to handle stuff, sometimes it feels like I can't put out good quality, but still people can like my work. So that's super important to me. I honestly did not expect Markiplier to somehow be less harsh than I was with this series. I was not seeing that coming, especially after seeing his Chapter 5 crash out, which is very funny, and I know there's a Garten of Banban 0 review, but I don't think we're going to get too much more out of that, so you can go check out himself. So, that was something. See you guys next time, and remember to keep on banning. Bye!